Hey, back again. So I thought I'd just kick off since I already did my first video today. I thought I'd do a second one, and I'm going to do the controversial mummy tag. So please excuse Dora in the background if you can hear that, because my daughter is eating her lunch and watching Dora. So it's basically just a list of controversial topics, or some of them I don't think are all that controversial, but apparently others may think they are. So anyways, I'll just get started. So the first one is pro-life or pro-choice. I'm definitely pro-choice. I think that there are some circumstances where I don't think that people should be allowed to make that choice any longer. Personally, beyond 12 weeks, I think is a little too far, and I don't think people should be allowed to choose whether or not to carry their baby to term just based on gender. However, if the mother's life is in danger, or if someone chooses for themselves that they don't believe the baby's quality of life is worth carrying to term, that's someone else's choice and not my own. Personally, I wouldn't. There would be very few reasons for which that I wouldn't carry a pregnancy to full term. Really, only being if my life was in danger. But I don't believe that I should be able to decide that for someone else. Anyways, so the second one is baby wearing, and I am a huge baby wearer. I have worn my daughter since she was really little, and in all types of carriers, and I absolutely love it. I think it's the best thing ever. I would prefer to baby wear over pushing my daughter in a stroller any day, but unfortunately I have pretty weak shoulders, so I can't do it all the time. So I think baby wearing is awesome. I definitely try and suggest it to all of my friends who have babies. Next one is circumcision. Obviously, I've never had to make that choice yet because I only have one daughter, and so thankfully I don't have to go through that decision. Personally, it's not for me. I think that it's his body, so it should be his choice, and so yeah, that's about it. It's his body, so I'm not going to take anything away from his body that he doesn't choose himself. The next one is adoption, and I am absolutely all for adoption. I think that it is a wonderful, beautiful way to create a family, and adoption has touched my life personally in several ways, which maybe I'll get into some other time. But I think that it's great. I think that it's a wonderful alternative. If you are pregnant and you don't feel that you could raise the baby, but you're not comfortable with the idea of going through with an abortion. That being said, again, I think it's everyone's own personal choice, and I don't feel that I have any reason or right to tell anyone what they should choose to do, whether it be adoption or abortion or whatever. The next one is baby piercing, and my daughter does not have her ears pierced, and she won't have her ears pierced until she chooses to do so. I don't think it's the same as circumcision, but I do have kind of a similar answer, that it's her body and that it should be her choice whether or not she wants to do it. And that's that. I'm a pretty laid back kind of person, so if you do have your baby's ears pierced, I don't think anything less of you. I think it's super cute, actually. It's just not something that I would personally choose to do. The next one's breastfeeding or formula feeding. We did both. I loved breastfeeding, and I wish that I could have done it longer, but my daughter decided that she was done at 7 months, and so that was it for us. We also did formula because my daughter had reflux, and that really helped us, and I don't know where we would have been without it. So I would say to any of my friends that I would recommend you at least try breastfeeding, but that it isn't easy for everybody. It certainly wasn't very easy for me in the beginning, but it can be a really beautiful, wonderful thing. So, and it's best for the baby. So, yeah, definitely for breastfeeding, but I think formula is awesome. The next one is spanking. I'm definitely not for spanking. We haven't really started any sort of disciplinary things with our daughter because she's only a year old. And so, other than telling her no, we haven't really started doing timeouts or anything because I'm not really sure that she would comprehend what was going on at this point. But spanking of any sort is not something that I'm okay with. That's one of the things I think I would be more uncomfortable with if someone had made that choice to spank their children. I still probably wouldn't say anything to them, but I would definitely disagree with it. The next one is co-sleeping. We co-slept with our daughter until she was roughly 6 months old and sleeping through the night. It was just a lot easier for us, and I'm a really light sleeper. We had no issues at all. I definitely see the dangers in it, and I think that you need to do your research and you need to know your own body and your partner's body and your baby's sleeping habits before you go into that. But it was something that worked for us, and so I really liked it, and I'll probably do it again with the next baby. Next one is home or public school. You okay? Bit cough? Anyways, home or public school. And I'm for either one. I definitely wouldn't be able to do homeschooling myself. I just don't have the knowledge to be able to do something like that, or probably the patience, or the discipline to be able to create a good quality school schedule. So public school will be where my daughter goes. As far as private schools, there's just not an option for my family as far as financially, but I think that they're great. And if they were an option, I probably would use them. Vaccines. My daughter is vaccinated and will continue to get all of her vaccines. I'm not totally sure about the chickenpox one yet, only because I never had it and I did have chickenpox, but I think because it's so unlikely that she would get chickenpox nowadays, that I probably will have her vaccinated for it, just because if she doesn't get it as a kid, it's going to pose more of a risk towards her when she's older. So, but yeah, she's fully vaccinated. I know that there's controversy around that, obviously, but that's just what we've decided to do. Medicating babies, definitely for medicating babies, depending on what the medication's for. I've seen some people talk about in this controversial tag about medicating for ADHD and stuff like that, and that's a whole other thing. And then I don't really know that people are medicated at such a young age for that, but maybe they are. I haven't done any research, so I'm not really sure. But like I said, my daughter had reflux when she was little, and she was medicated on ranitidine until she was 7 months old. And I think without the ranitidine, she would have lived a very somber life. She would have been in pain constantly, and I don't think that that's worth it. I don't think it's worth it for her to live like that in order to be medicated free. So, yeah, anyways, next one is cloth diapering or disposable. We did disposables for the first year. My boyfriend's parents were amazing and bought us an entire year's worth of disposable diapers. I had wanted to do cloth probably about halfway in, just because they were super cute and I liked the... A cookie? Anyways, I really liked the idea of her just having them on her. I felt like it was just nicer to have a cloth on versus the plastic. So When she was a year old, I decided that I wanted to do the switch, and we're still slowly building up our stock, but we do use cloth diapers, and we use two types of cloth diapers. We use just pocket ones, and then we also use G diapers with the disposable inserts for ease when we're out and stuff like that. And the last one is the cry it out method. We did not practice the cry it out method. I wasn't something I could do. I wasn't able to listen to her cry without being incredibly affected by that. And so we spent many nights rocking her, nursing her to sleep, everything you can imagine, especially with her reflux. Some nights were really, really challenging, but I'm happy with the fact that we didn't do the cry it out method, and she's a year now. She sleeps through the night. She goes to sleep right away. Sometimes she has a little fuss, but not cry. But she has a sound machine, and that works perfect for her. And we did just regular sleep training as far as having a routine and making the house calm and quiet before she would go to bed. And without doing a cry it out method, she learned how to soothe herself just fine. So I don't think that wasn't necessary for our family, and we won't ever practice it again. Or we never did, but we won't practice it. Yeah, so that's everything. That's my controversial mummy tag, and I guess I tag everyone to do this, and if there's any other tags that you want to send my way, that would be great. Okay, bye.